How's it going, fellow Detroit Red Wings fans? One of the biggest topics going around the NHL right now is the Buffalo Sabres and how there's a possibility of their star center and captain, Jack Eichel, being traded away. Now, of course, if you know the Red Wings, then you know they need a true number one center. Don't get me wrong, Larkin is great and can serve in that role, but for the Red Wings to become NHL champions, we need an elite NHL center. Rasmussen and Veleno are great prospects, but at least from what we've seen so far, they aren't elite NHL center players. So enter Eichel. There's no doubt, just looking at his resume, that in terms of skill, he would be able to come in and truly be the Red Wings' top center, and for a long time. Since being drafted just behind Connor McDavid, Eichel has played in 375 NHL games, earning 139 goals, 216 assists for 355 points. All playing with the Buffalo Sabres, so you know he can get bigger numbers. Another big plus for the offensively depleted Red Wings is Eichel, while also being a playmaker, he is also a goal scorer. Now, sure, looking at his 2 goals last season, it doesn't appear so. But aside from that, even his rookie season, he passed the 20-goal mark. We have talked a little bit about this subject in the comments, but we didn't want to make a video because in reality, the price was way too steep for the Red Wings to pay. The Buffalo Sabres are asking for 4 first-round draft picks, selected or not. Just looking back at our previous 4 first-round picks of Lucas Raymond, Moritz Seider, Joe Veleno, and Filip Zadina, and likely more first-round picks in the coming years to be of that same talent level, it becomes almost unreasonable for the Red Wings. So the idea of the Red Wings trading for Eichel is sort of out of the question. Well, at least it was. As there becomes more and more of a disconnect between the Buffalo Sabres and Eichel, the asking price is going to go down. Getting to the point, the Buffalo Sabres are reportedly done with Eichel. Now, one thing is for sure, Steve Yzerman is a businessman. He has shown Red Wing Nation, Tampa Bay Lightning fans, and really everyone around the NHL that if there's a deal to be made, he isn't afraid to make it. So as the trade value becomes less and less, you know that it's going to capture Yzerman's attention. Now, aside from the organizational need of a number one center and the value of Eichel falling, what makes it seem like Yzerman would even entertain the idea of trading away draft picks and maybe prospects to acquire Jack Eichel? Well, in his postseason interview, he said, "In general, I don't think it makes a lot of sense for us to be trading draft picks and prospects for players who might not be here in 3 to 4 to 5 years. Which, okay, smart. We don't want to make the playoffs. We want to be a perennial playoff team and eventually be a Stanley Cup contending team." But Yzerman continues, saying, "If we are able to do something with some of our future assets, I'd certainly be willing to do that. But I would look to add younger players who would fit into the core group of those guys." Now, obviously, Eichel would be sticking around longer than 3 to 5 years. Yzerman, following that question, identified that quote-unquote young players were 26 and younger to him, which Eichel certainly fits into that, being 24 years old. Now, as for what a trade could look like, probably something similar to the 6th overall pick this year, 2 second-round picks this year, and then either Rasmussen or Veleno for Jack Eichel. Just to be clear, I'm not saying the Sabres would take that offer or not, but that's all I could see Yzerman willing to offer. The only real reason that a Red Wings fan should be okay with this is that while there are really solid prospects in this draft, like Luke Hughes, Owen Power, Matthew Benier, A, we likely won't be in the range to select them. But B, and more importantly, outside of maybe Jesper Wallstedt, who's been compared to Carey Price, these prospects and their talent level is found in most draft classes, regardless of weak or strong. So to trade away those picks, there's a lot less harm. And for the Buffalo Sabres, who are restarting their rebuild, all those assets would obviously kickstart their rebuild, especially having already the 1st overall pick this year. Let us know what you think. Should the Red Wings try to acquire Jack Eichel, or is the price too high? Comment your mock trade down below. Also, if you like this video, hit that like button so we make more content that you like. And while you're at it, subscribe so you can be notified when we upload a video. And until next time, lights on the red light district.